Running from the Camarilla, chasing a vision. Gabriel de la Guerra and the Ward siblings found a downed spaceship. Boarding it to escape the government, they will quickly find their lives changed. But is this apocalypse for the best or the worst?
This is a warning. This episode contains mature themes, including violence, body horror, and death. Viewer discretion is advised.
Last time that we left our intrepid adventurers, they had just boarded Captain Kitch's ship. And as Eustace got on board, the ship lifted up and the doors slid closed, locking him inside the hallway. Both Mackenzie and Gabriel are in the bridge of the ship. And Captain Kitch, what is the name of this ship?
My ship is called the Cosmic Astrological Transport, also known as CAT. Meow.
What is it like flying aboard the CAT?
I don't usually have lots of company, and when I do, I'm just like, I mean, you can just like hang out in a room. Usually they're not up here with me. Usually they're like in a cage.
So what you're saying is that the other party members need to roll a dexterity athletics check to stay on their feet as the ship lifts off.
Yeah.
All right. That's you three.
Four successes.
Nice. Oh, yeah. One success. You definitely stumble into a wall, but you don't take any damage. You're all right.
Also one.
Yeah, and you slide down the hallway. In fact, you're not entirely sure where you are on the ship right now, Eustace. You are somewhere on this ship.
Okay, I'm actually going to try to find Kenzie, if that's the case.
Yeah, roll me an intelligence plus wits check to navigate the non-Euclidean nightmare that is the inside of the cosmic astrological transport.
Hey, that's my ship you're talking about.
Two successes.
Yeah, so you start to piece things together, and it's weird because you're having to like backwards the directions that you followed to get here before, and you've also been slid around a little bit, but like shifting from side to side, you begin to walk down the hallways in a direction that you're pretty sure is the right way to where the rest of the crew is. Rest of the crew.
I'd like to approach Captain Kitch, and I just approach with my deft control of my faculties, and just say, excuse me, I understand we've just lifted off. I would strongly, and I put my hand on the chair part, and I would like it if we could, I have an associate outside that I need to contact. We could just go and talk to them for a bit, and they can be on their way and we can be on ours.
Oh, yeah. Of course. I've heard things on your planet such as the period and its urgency. I will definitely drop you off wherever you need to go. I was just gonna go anywhere away from there, but if you have a specific place. Go ahead and put the coordinates in. What is your name? I don't know how to address you. How do you address each other on this planet?
We all have titles and names. My name is Gabriel de la Carrera, but you can just call me Gabe.
Okay, great, Gabe. I'm Kitch. I'll plug it in if you want to just tell me.
So I just want to plug in like where our car was on the road.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that sounds like an intelligence plus computers check, because this is a nonsense system that you've never seen work before, and you don't memorize coordinates, I'm guessing.
No, just directions at best. I'll roll it. Yeah.
But yeah, it's got a bunch of blinking lights.
No successes.
You're not even sure where you started or where you are now.
Yeah.
You would say that this definitely looks like it is the eastern seaboard of the United States. That's all you got.
Sure. So, does it look like we're still in the area of the forest that we were in, or?
There's no windows, and the map doesn't seem to be indicating forest, but you do know that Danielle was very close to where you took off.
I see.
She was on the road, probably only 1,000 feet or so from the crash.
Okay. If I could just ask Captain Kitch to just go to the road, which is a pavement constructed for travel, ease of travel, that's in this forested area, if that's possible.
Yeah. Is it you said it's in the ground, or is it in above level?
Oh, the ground, certainly.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'll like look into like a change in surface and find where there is a long seemingly change and go there.
Yes.
Okay. I think that for you probably can do this with hypertech.
Yeah, I have hypertech and cybernetic. Yeah.
Well, this is not cybernetics, but I will say that it is a hypertech check. Intelligence hypertech. It's about this point that Eustace comes staggering onto the bridge, or wherever you control the ship from.
I got a 0. Can't find that.
There are a lot of those things, actually. They're like all over the ground, interlacing. This planet has been extensively developed by the creatures here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be more specific. Your whole planet's filled with these roads and cement.
Yes, it's there's lots of creatures on this planet that need to use them to get around. Let's see.
Well, how come those cars that came to my ship weren't on one of your roads?
Those are known as off-road vehicles, very specifically. And
well, why don't you all drive those? Then you don't need all this extra cement on your planet. Seems kind of disruptive.
It kind of does. Not everyone wants to be in the areas like the forest, like these off-road. Most people prefer to be in like cities, buildings that just have roads that connect them from one city to another. But these off-road vehicles aren't too convenient as well to get around, I suppose.
Was distracted, but heard this part of the conversation and says, plus horses came before cars, and horses as a superior travel means of transportation. Roads are designed for horses, And then there were no more horses. I mean, there are horses. We just don't ride horses anymore. But horses, roads, cars, off-road vehicles. And then goes back to looking at the computer.
Well, I hate to interrupt this history lesson, but where are we going?
Well, if you have your friend's DNA, I can scan it and then try to find them on the.
I might.
DNA.
I do understand the concept of DNA. My friend is usually within my presence, so there might be some part of her on me. That's possible.
Her blood on you?
There's nothing particularly obvious, but roll an intelligence investigate check, I guess. And
Me?
yep. Yeah, Gabriel, you roll intelligence investigate, and Mew, I'm actually interested to see what you've gleaned from this computer with an intelligence computers check. Probably -2 for how weird this computer is.
Okay.
Um, 6 successes, but best messy.
Yeah, as you look at your impeccable clothes, you see that there is one long hair, slightly too long for you. It's got to be Danielle's.
2.
With 2 successes, Kitch, what does Mew find in your computer system?
You find the last planet that I've been to, and then a bunch of data about the aliens on it. So there's a lot of data on, they are aliens that look like rainbows, and then there's like a whole alien species connected to them about shadows and stuff like that.
Wow.
Also, there's a floating rainbow orb in the cabin with you all.
So you are on a planet of rainbows, like just rainbows? Is this why you have a rainbow? Is this rainbow from that planet?
Yep.
As a guest?
Nope. But I'm treating them very nicely.
One of the consoles around you begins emitting a loud beeping sound, like
Yeah, I'll check it.
a communication is coming in for you from a nearby planet.
Not my work planet.
No, that's not nearby at all.
All right. Yeah, I'll open the message.
It's
Sketch.
broken up by static, but for a moment you do see an insignia that you recognize of the Celestial Masters. There is a wizened woman in like a sci-fi uniform with big shoulder pads who says, "They're taking our positions. This outpost is lost. We need to evacuate the red planet. We need..." And the channel goes static.
I turn to you 3. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I'm not worried. We got enough of our own problems around here.
So
we're not leaving this planet, by the way. Just so you know. Got my eye on it.
Okay. I'm going to use my practice lure and repel creatures and try to lure the creature related to this hair sample.
Unfortunately, you don't think that it is a traditional alien. This is and also I feel like your lure would not work over such a great distance. How many dots in life do you have? 2. Well, then it's possible. It's just not easy to do, especially not over this great distance here. You'd really need to be able to see it to lure it towards you.
Can you locate it?
Yeah, so basically what I can do is I can use my hypertech here to shift the odds, and then we'll find her within the hour. It's one of your contacts. So yeah, I'm gonna take like this box square Etch-a-Sketch, shake it up, because before it had a picture of metal on it, and then I'm gonna hand it to you and say, just like, you know, draw what your friend looks like. There you go. I hand it to you.
I feel like crafts is the art skill of this game.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a dexterity crafts check to use an Etch-a-Sketch.
Very well.
Yeah, I am so good at Etch-a-Sketches.
Two successes.
Yeah, it looks very much like Danielle.
So until they come to us, I need something as well. I need something called silica, and it's on your planet. Do you have any of the following? Yaga mat, cell phone, key board. This is a most. Any of those sound familiar?
Well, I used to have a cell phone, but I might still have some cell phones back at my apartment, plus some definitely keyboards, unless, wait a minute. Eustace, you're our kind and overbearing work environment would not have stolen all of my possessions, would they?
Oh, also
they
on
didn't
this
steal
list,
anything.
there's something also on this list called a reusable straw.
Right.
Straw.
Cool.
I have no idea what that is, but we could get some cell phones. It'd be great to have at least one on board for this grand adventure. That's also, so you need cell phones, I need cell phones. Gabriel
Alright.
needs to find person who probably
Perfect.
has a cell phone.
Yeah, with that shifting the odds spell, do you want to roll that for me, Kitch? As you use your life and your entropy to make things happen. You plug it into the Etch-a-Sketch and hit some buttons. I don't know what's happening.
I'm just looking for entropy.
It's in your magic section. Arcana.
Like the level?
Yeah. It's how many dots you have in entropy. Yep.
Oh, I see. Nothing.
Your spell that you have there is more than just 2 dots in entropy. You've got a whole bunch of things that go into it. There's your gnosis, dots in empathy, and then your rote skill, all of that, which I believe is hypertech.
Four successes then.
Okay. The ship zooms around, heading back towards its original location, as you just feel like that would be the right choice.
we can, yes. Quickly, can your ship hover without landing, and you can just quickly, I'm sure. So, seems like a very advanced technological construction here.
Yeah, I mean, compared to your planet, I'm gonna hover.
Hey, our planet's cool.
Sure.
Down below on one of the roads, there are a number of vehicles, even this late at night. There's like a little camera feed that you've pulled up. Are you sharing it with the whole group?
Yeah, I'll share it. So here you can see what we're hovering over, and just to make clear, my ship has its invisible. It's invisible.
Semi-invisible. It's bending the light, but keen-eyed observers might still be able to pick it out. And the vehicles down below, you recognize one of them as the limo, but there's several white vans here. There are also several cop cars.
Do any of those look familiar, Eustace?
It may very well just be the vehicles of the group that were here earlier.
He should be able to. I guess this could be too much of a against what we're trying to achieve here, our goals. Danielle should be set. I was just verify some information with her and better. But I'll contact her later. We could leave now. Best to avoid getting into a conflict with more of these officers.
Well, if you want, I can just, park it a ways off, and you can walk or use one of your off-roading cars. I have one left I haven't taken apart yet.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I see. You mentioned a list earlier. Am I on your list or just the siblings here?
No, so I've got the plastic stroll, and then I've got yoga mats and phone. You say a cell phone and mouse pad. You're not on here.
Okay. Well, I wasn't speaking of your list of items that you needed for repair. The people you were sent to adopt. That was the people I was referring to.
That list. Yeah. So I'm my own boss. I'm not gonna abduct the short one. I like them. They're cute. But yeah, you're not on the list.
Perhaps. There are lots of those items you mentioned. The other list of items that you were saying, there's a large amount of them in that group of vehicles down there. If you could assist me, and we could go and get a lot of those items, and I could talk to my compatriot.
Or if that doesn't work, you can go to just about any department store and they'll have all that stuff for you. So how about we land, you drop us off, and we can do just that.
Sounds good. I'm gonna stay in my ship if you don't need me. Yeah.
But we could show you Earth technology and show you that we could still do stuff. I mean, Earth is pretty cool. You could invite us back to the Galactic Empire. But only if you're benevolent Galactic Empire, not if you're Star Wars Empire.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. But I mean, this planet doesn't really show promising signs of, succeeding. Sorry.
Have you no optimism? Look, we're a bunch of people doing stuff to get rid of monsters. That's pretty cool. And also we have social media, which connects everybody and transmits information across all kinds of different communities. We can't go into space super well, but we can do it. Not a hoax. It'll be fun.
Well, I don't want to force you. If you want to stay on your ship, that's fine. I think you might find it somewhat interesting. If you could, you seem to have a device technology for scanning for finding these objects. If you came with, we can get these objects right here, right now, and then be on our way.
Plus, we should definitely talk more once we have cell phones in hand for posterity.
Sorry, I'm having hidden conversations. Okay. Let me hold on, I gotta think. Reset my brain. Oh, all right, yeah. What did you just offer me?
We could just go. I can go down there. I would like to talk to those people that have my associate, and you can bring your devices to scan for those objects that you need, the silica, and grab any amount of it that you need, and we can have it right now, besides going to a department store. There's no need.
Yeah, but I noticed there's a lot of your cars there, and it seems like people come with those cars, and the last group we encountered seemed pretty bothersome.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't I just drop you off, and then I'll take these two. We'll go to a store, like the tall one said, that store, and then we'll pick up my supplies, and then we'll meet back up. Sound good?
Shopping trip.
Where would we meet?
I'll give you coordinates. Here, I start writing some coordinates for you, and I hand you a piece of paper.
Paper I can work with. Does this seem any deception on your part? I'm saying this. No.
Yeah, Kitch, are you being honest?
That's a good question.
It is, isn't it?
So like if I have the time, and if I remember, and if these other two want you to come back, then yes.
This shouldn't take too long. You could wait less than 5 minutes. And
I make it quick.
All right. I can be done very quickly. I'm going to get on that quad and write it out.
Okay. The ship is currently hovering a couple 100 feet above this scene. You're going to move off to the side and land it?
Oh, yeah. I'm moving like far, and then I'm going to land it.
Okay. Give me a piloting check. Probably dex piloting.
I got 3 successes, but can I also use my artifact dice pool for my ship?
Not for this situation. This is more of a being in control, piloting the craft delicately without being observed. And yeah, you've lowered it to the ground. There's a small outcropping in the woods. And you can lower the hatch, and there is a pile of metal that's been melted down and one quad.
All right, yeah. I'm going to pick up the pile of metals and start repairing my ship.
Yeah, it's definitely going to take a lot of time to do that and a repair roll.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Okay. I would like to drive out with the quad. So
how familiar is Gabriel with driving?
He's capable of it. He's just not good at it. Or
okay.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
Why don't you roll a dexterity drive check then, Gabriel, to drive through the woods?
All right. Okay.
Eustace, Mackenzie, what are you doing as this is all happening?
Yeah. 2 successes.
Okay.
I think Mackenzie's inside. And if she's alone, she's going to try and talk to the rainbow sphere. And go, hey, rainbow. So you're from a rainbow planet? Can rainbows talk? Can you talk back to me? Can you understand?
The rainbow shimmers.
Ooh, yes. Okay, so shimmering. I can work with that. I'm all about the shimmer. What's it like being a rainbow? No, wait, that's not. Yes, shimmering is yes, no, right?
The rainbow shifts from side to side, waving.
Cool. Mackenzie mirrors the shifting. It's like, I can shimmer too. I don't have any glitter on me today, but that's not my fault. That's just the dress code for work. Okay. Why? If you're not here as a guest, why are you on this ship? No, wait, yes, no questions. Are you happy on this ship?
There's like a sway.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means. Can Mackenzie use empathy, intelligence empathy to see if the rainbow is happy on the ship?
I'm going to say wits empathy -3.
Wits empathy -3. Okay. Trying to communicate with aliens. Totally okay. 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 Shimmer, if you want to be on the ship.
It does not shimmer at all. It just floats back and forth. Eustace, what are you up to?
So I hate to interrupt your conversation with a rainbow, but I'm trying to have this conversation with Kitch out of earshot, hopefully. I'm trying to get Mackenzie, you understand that they're a bounty hunter, yes, and that they're hunting us. I understand it's really cool that they're an alien, and this is freaky deaky, but we can, as soon as we get a chance to give her the slip.
But it's so cool. And I mean, they're really cool. And as far as alien abductions go, this is probably the best alien abduction scenario possibly be.
Well,
they use scrunchies. This doesn't seem like a, investigate, cut us open, probing situation. I mean, there's a little bit.
She's not going to do that stuff. She's not doing that stuff. She's been hired to collect us for somebody else. Who knows what they're gonna do? See what I mean?
We do have to get to the bottom of the truth and everything, but I bet we could get to the bottom of the truth and everything, and it'll still be cool.
Cutting to Gabriel driving through the woods, looking pretty cool with your long coat flowing behind you. You skip through over some logs, not crashing the quad, and reach the road. The road is busy, as I described before, with a bunch of cars right down the way. The limo is kind of like blocked in by these other cars.
Right. I'm gonna take the scrunchie off and put it around my wrist because that's the thing. And I'm actually gonna hide my cross, my crucifix as well, and try to look as normal as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, as normal as possible. Sure, you still look a little out of place, but you notice that a lot of the people here also look quite strange. Some of them are in like wacky robes. Some of them are like wearing sort of sci-fi-esque doodads, and it's almost like a few of them have like steampunk stuff. It's a motley crew of people having a number of heated discussions while police officers are like down in the woods, but you probably won't have a problem sneaking up to this place.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm basically, my first priority is to see where Danielle and my driver are.
Well, you see the limo. Do you want to stealth up to the limo?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Well, what I want to do is I want to see what's going on first, and if you're saying I can't see them, I'm trying to generally find out like who's in charge, like essentially who are the people, the most authoritative looking people here.
Yeah, give me an insight check, I guess.
Okay.
A wits insight check as you skulk from the shadows.
Okay. 2 successes.
You would say that there are a number of different organizations represented here, and there seems to be there are like very official looking people who seem to be like ordering the cops around, but then there are also just some random people who are semi-organized. One of them has a sign that says the end is nigh.
Okay.
And they seem to have like no respect for the authority figures. You can't pinpoint a specific person who's in charge.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to go up to the, so now I will try and sneak up to essentially the authority figures that are nearest to the limo.
Okay. There are a few men in suits actually who are positioned right out front of the limousine. 5 of them to be specific. And they're not all men. They're actually 2 of them are women. They've got a number of not necessarily like sunglasses, but other like glasses-esque, maybe night vision goggles. You're not up on technology, but they look like they have some sort of technological gear on their faces, and they might see you approach. Roll me a dex stealth check.
Three successes.
As you are moving up towards them, one of them turns towards where you are, and you shift into the shadows just ever so slightly and emerge from right next to them.
And okay. I just approach. If I can remember. No, I wasn't there. That's fine. Let's see. Jan Peterson here, head division of THW. Who's in charge?
Give me a subterfuge manipulation check.
Okay. All right. 4 successes.
They look you up and down. They say, we're waiting for orders from our superiors before we move in, but it's above our heads. They say it goes all the way up to Washington this time.
All right, whoever the person who's addressing me, I keep moving towards them, and I am the delegate from Washington, and I'm here to tell you to let these people go. And then I'm gonna activate dominate as I do that.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you roll that dominate?
All right. Four successes.
With 4 successes, they're like, oh, yes, we should let these people go. But one of them grabs that person. She throws him backwards and says, switch to thermal. They're here. What do you do?
As quickly as possible, try to look in her eyes and try to dominate her.
She has glasses over her eyes, and they're preventing you from seeing her eyes.
Yeah. They know what it is. Try to rip those glasses off.
Okay, roll a strength brawl check.
Okay. 6 successes, but messy.
Oh. Your hand goes towards her face. It rips off the glasses and most of her face. She screams as her nose splatters to the ground along with most of her face. The people around you open fire. There is a moment of chaos. In that moment of chaos, a bunch of things happen. One of those people with the devices takes out something and throws it across the ground. It rolls towards you and then explodes. Roll a resolve plus composure check.
Two successes.
So the blinding bright light makes you feel like it is sunlight, and you reflexively recoil away from it, rushing back towards some trees. The next thing that happens is that the car, the limousine, in fact, slams into some of those agents. That is definitely going to mess up the order in which the videos are on the screen. But apparently it's still recording, so that's a thing.
It said it stopped, and then it said it resumed.
Oh, well, it has now resumed. And Oh, that was such an exciting scene that everything had to change. The car spins into the agents. The light bomb explodes out towards Gabriel. Meanwhile, back on the ship, Kitch, whatever the metal these things are made out of, does not seem to be holding well to the ship, and it kind of like slags off the side into a pile as you are welding it.
Yeah, just gonna keep trying, I guess, unless it's like a lost cause.
Yeah, why don't you get me another intelligence crafts check with the metal that you have remaining? The wards inside have been debating what to do about this situation, rehashing an old conversation. But you all, the two of you up on the bridge, do notice that there seems to be some sort of activity on one of the monitors here.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
I have hypertech. Do I have like a bracelet that connects me to those though?
Yeah, you might have a bracelet that connects you to those.
Yeah.
You do. You
I'm
totally
like
have.
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, it's connected you to the bridge of the ship.
Yeah, I probably notice it while I'm working, and I check it out.
There's some sort of disturbance coming from the direction in which you located that other creature. For Gabe, it seemed like there was a flash on the electromagnetic spectrum.
Can I tell if it's starlight? Because I know starlight's bad for Gabe.
It did seem to be in the frequencies of starlight.
I'm gonna press a button on my bracelet that connects to the intercom system and say, "Hey, I think your friend Gabe might be in some trouble."
Can I see it on the screen?
Yeah. So if you look at the chart in front of you to your left, the blue and white one, you can see that there was some sort of starlight burst. If you look at the square Omni and Viola, and then that means he's like maybe like 1,000 quads away. Yeah, seems like not so good.
I understand some of those words, but starburst sounds either like a delicious candy or really bad for our vampire friend. Eustace, can we use it for gun? So yeah, let me see if I can
You can
that
mute it.
channel. Yeah.
Is that the Wars and Witchcraft channel blowing up on the Discord?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Let me just mute that. All right, cool. Good. Yay for communication. Okay, Eustace, do you have your gun? We have to go save our vampire friend.
Yeah, I have it, but I don't have a lot of ammo left. And, this person's a bounty hunter. They gotta have some sort of gun on their ship somewhere, right? Can I do a wits investigate to see if I could find any guns on their ship?
Not without going into the maze that is the corridors. You don't see anything obvious on the bridge.
Our vampire friend might already be dust. It could be dust. That's what they do, according to Buffy.
Well, I mean, they are a vampire. I'm pretty sure they can handle themselves. And as much as I hate to say it, we're not going to be much help to them. A whole squad of agents down there. Even if I were to flash my badge at them, that they would just assume that I was, thralled by him.
Yeah, but we're in a spaceship. Can we like, when they suck up the cows and the thing, what's it called? The anti-gravity beam, like a straw.
I mean, if you think you could pull that off, by all means, go crazy. But I don't know anything. And look at this. Looks like gibberish to me.
Tractor beam.
Kitch, are you going back to the bridge, or are you going to continue to work on repairs?
Now I disconnected. I'm repairing. I
Okay.
assume they remember how to get out now. Like, yeah, I don't think they need my help. So unless they come to me and ask, I feel like they're set and competent, but maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe.
Oh, you are wrong. Mackenzie's gonna go run out and get you. Like, Kitch, do you have a tractor beam to like suck up a vampire out of a starburst?
I mean, so my ship can do levitation. I can probably affect others with levitation, right?
Yeah, you can definitely levitate things.
Yeah, I can divert my levitation power to your vampire.
Need to be closer though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right. So let's go. We have to levitate our Gabriel and get him out of here because he gave us the first quest. I don't know if we're exactly friends, but we can't let him die or undie.
Okay. Well, you owe me. Also, I rolled 3 for fixing my ship.
Yeah, it is partially fixed, but you haven't been able to finish it.
Okay.
It'll just take
Yeah.
more time, you know.
You know what? I kind of wasted a little bit of the metal, so while we're there, maybe we can grab another car for the metal. So I will start gearing up my engine and prep my levitation array.
Of course, while you all have been debating what to do, it has been several rounds since Starburst. Let's cut back to Gabriel. Ish, what's going on? What's your plan?
Just generally just trying to get into the car, essentially, or get to the car. Basically.
Yeah, you can definitely go towards the car. It's going to take a Dex athletics check, and they are going to try to shoot you a bunch while you do it.
I can leap if I have soaring leap to like jump and stuff.
Yeah, add your prowess to this dice pool then.
Yeah. Dex athletics. So 6 successes.
Yeah, they fire bursts at you, but you move lightning fast, leaping through the air, ripping the door off.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get in the car.
All right. So you open the door and get in and shut it really fast.
Mm-hmm.
The driver is through the compartment, which in theory Danielle is through there as well, except he rolls the window down and you see that it's just him. And he goes, "Oh shit, I'm gonna get arrested, aren't I? What do I do, boss?"
You're going to drive this car as far as you can, and if they arrest you, we'll get you out. What happened to Danielle?
She got out. She just he starts to drive. He already hit people with this car, and as he is driving, there is a hail of bullets, several of which take him in the head, and he explodes into some blood.
Okay.
The limo is peppered by bullets as someone has decided that you are in this car.
Sure. All right. And then at this point, I'm going to try and I'm going to climb through the window of the seats and get into the front of the car. I'm going to try and drive the car back to the spaceship.
It's a limo.
Yeah,
it's not going to off-road very well.
What? They're big. There's got suspension. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Or I could try and drive to the, essentially drive to the quad. Then I can take the quad back.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you shimmy through with lightning fast vampire speed, sloshing the body over to one side, and you gun it. The glass is all broken and hard to see through. I'm going to give you a -2 penalty to your dex drive check.
Does that mean I roll less dice, or?
It means that
I
you
don't
roll
know.
2 fewer dice, yes.
Okay. Okay. Woo! 1 success. That's all I
Okay.
got.
Yeah, the car drives forward off of the road, slamming down the hill before the gunfire ricochets into it. From up above, you hear the sound of thunder. It's like the car rolls down the hill. Give me another dex drive -2 check.
Okay. 1 success.
Okay, the limo does not roll, though you do hear the front tires pop and the undercarriage grind against some sharp rocks as it goes down. You've reached the bottom of an incline.
Okay. Get out of here. I try to get out and run towards either the direction, this is where the quad was, or the direction of where I came from, where the ship was.
Yeah, you stumble out. Roll me a wits awareness check.
Okay. Three successes.
You notice several things at once. One thing that you notice is that up above, there seems to be a large fog cloud covering where you just were. The whole area is blanketed in a soft rain, actually. Another thing that you notice is that there are a few agents not outside of that who have, it seemed, watched the limo go down. And the last thing that you notice with your third success is that you see Danielle hiding a few trees away. She seems to have left the scene. And she sees you as well. Like wide-eyed, you just drove a limo off of a road. Pretty shocked, but not that shocked. She knows you.
Mm-hmm.
Vampire stuff.
Yeah. Not the best driver. I just shout out, Danielle, let's go. Run that way, and I'm right behind you, essentially.
Okay, she runs. You run. You are targeted by weapons fire, but she is not. They're not so great at it, though. Their bullets ricocheting around you as you run through the mud, and you reach the quad. Danielle has reached the quad. You're getting on?
Yeah. Essentially, like, she be in front of me. I'll be behind her, so that, she gets shot, it'll be me. So primarily,
Yeah, she says, I'll drive.
Okay. Yeah, she'll drive. I'll just be in back. And if possible, I will rouse, actually activate Arms of Ahriman, which is a rouse check. But to create shadow tentacles that can help give us cover.
Yes.
Yeah, obscure. Yeah. So the rouse check. Nope. Get hungrier.
Oh man, is that 4 hunger?
3.
3. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What does your beast sound like when it speaks to you?
It sounds like a very angry old man.
Yeah, it is angry at you right now. It's just so mad that you are wasting all this effort on a blood sack. You should just drink this and be done with it.
You make a good point, old man. But she's very hard to come by, very hard to find, very hard to replace. We'll see. We're not quite there yet. Very useful, this
one. The quad drives towards where the ship is, and just as you get towards it, the ship, you see, is lifting off of the ground.
Our ride! We need exactly. We'll just drive towards that ship, or that shimmering object. That's the ship.
The what?
A ship. It's a long story, but I'll explain as soon as we get to it. Quickly now.
Danielle guns it.
Yeah.
And the cart flies off of a ledge and lands with a thud. There's like a snap of the suspension. The quad has had a rough go on this drive. It's really been pushed to its limits. And in the ship, why don't you roll wits plus composure?
Me or sorry, me?
People in the ship.
People in the ship.
3, Kitch, you see the vampire on the quad arrive back in the clearing, but there is now shadows spreading out from around it.
Okay. Can I scan the shadows? See if they're trouble.
What are you scanning for? Aliens?
Yeah.
Not an alien. You're not sure. They're not showing up on your scanners.
Okay, well, I think it's safe to assume that's part of Gabe, because when I scanned him, the same thing happened. And I heard that creatures on this planet have like tails and tentacles, so maybe it's part of this creature. So yeah, I'll land.
Okay. The ship begins to descend down towards the ground, lowering into the clearing. And as it does, you hear...
Actually, I really like the levitation thing. I'm going to levitate him in, because I liked that idea from Mackenzie.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, and that sounds cool.
Why don't you roll the ship's levitation power?
3.
3 successes. Nice. Yeah, I realized that you keep giving me how many successes you roll with your fingers, but there are people who listen to this exclusively as a podcast with no video at all. It's fine.
To know.
Yeah, yeah.
They're covered in.
I also, in the most recent episode, was like, yes, they make this hand gesture. I'll never know. I'll never know what hand gesture it was.
Accessibility.
I know. Oh, it's rough. The quad levitates up into the belly of the ship and is swallowed into the... What room is there? What room would it be taken into?
Probably just like a cargo bay area.
Okay, so there's like some other boxes and stuff here.
It smells like animal.
Smells like animal, and the quad is dropped to the ground just as down below in the clearings, a few jeeps start to pull in to the area.
I'm gonna blast off a little farther away.
Time for a Dex plus piloting check.
Let's get out of here.
And Kenzie learned from last time was going to brace herself.
Good idea. Yeah.
Sounds like a +2 bonus on your Dex plus athletics check.
All right.
3.
3. the ship rockets forward and away towards any particular destination.
Yes, the tall one. Where do I find the store?
There's more than one place. Take your pick.
You're not giving me any options.
All right. I whip my phone out and I like pull up Google Maps and like, all right, Target.
I don't have a phone though. It's in the pool of goo.
Yeah.
Oh. Man, can you look up things in your computer? You can search our website, our World Wide Web on your machine there thing.
Oh, yeah. You want me to access your own it's internet.
Yes.
Why are you mispronouncing things? Are you reading them in fake English?
Yes.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Neither does the English language.
They're all made up.
I'm gonna say that the ship cannot on its own connect to the internet. It hasn't done so before. It will take some sort of hypertech role to locate the internet and connect to it with wireless signals.
Kenzie can totally help.
Okay, yeah, I'll roll hypertech. I got that. Hypertech and intelligence?
Yep.
I got 1 success. Do I get any bonuses with Kenzie's help?
Yeah, Kenzie, why don't you roll computers, intelligence computers?
Yeah. Is this also count as hacking? Because I'm hacking into whatever the wild internet.
Yes, but I'm also giving you a -1 penalty. They cancel out.
Okay. 2.
Okay. Roll 2 more dice, Kitch.
So total 2 successes. That gave me 1. Thank you.
Okay. After a little bit of effort, the ship connects to the internet, and Danielle and
oh shoot, I gotta put air in that cargo bay. Hold on. Okay. Okay. You're good. You're good. All right, continue.
Danielle.
Breathe.
What? Where are we? What is that? She points at a giant dead alien thing.
Does it look similar to the demon bat?
It does not. This one's got a ton of hairy arms and, well, I guess it looked kind of like a demon.
I mean, that's a cadaver of some kind of creature, trophy of the one who pilots and captains this ship. We are on supposedly a space vessel, but I believe it just belongs to a hyper advanced, technologically advanced mage, as you know. But they claim they're an alien, but we'll go along with that for now. Yes. What happened down there when those officers approached and tried to apprehend you?
Well, they had stopped our vehicle and they took our identification, but when I saw you, I knew I had to get out. So in that flash, I was able to escape the limousine and get down the hill.
Excellent. You did very well.
Yes. I'm concerned about our other employees and how they are faring with the pit shut down.
Yes, that's exactly my concern as well. It seems like business will be closed for a good while. I'm going to need you to gather yourself, and then once you do, I will see if we can drop you off back at my house, or your house, perhaps. And then I'll need you to make contact with me every once in a while through these people I've tagged along.
On the loudspeaker, you hear, Gabe, you still alive there, friend?
In the background, you hear Kenzie, he's not alive.
Yes, we're alive.
Excellent. Oh, where?
Yeah.
Excellent. Your friend, do they have a cell phone?
That's what I was about to ask. That's mainly the reason I was coming to get her. But
I do have a cell phone, Danielle says.
Excellent. We're gonna make a quick pit stop, and I plug in the red planet on my console.
The planet of Earth rapidly disappears as the ship exits the atmosphere.
What?
All right, I'll bring you back.
Oh
Roll roll the ship's dice pool as it has to accelerate quite quickly to leave the atmosphere.
This is gonna be so fun.
One success.
Yeah, it starts to burn through the atmosphere, but it's definitely meeting some resistance from this planet's gravity. The rest of you can all take an action if you would like as the ship blasts off, as they say.
I'll just try to stabilize myself and hold on to Danielle so she doesn't fall too much.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a potato at the tall one. Here, hold on to this. It's like a potato-shaped object. It has like a seam. It looks like it opens.
Yeah, I actually, as you do that, I actually draw my gun on you. And I'm like, you bring us back. You bring us back right now. What did I say?
No. This is totally part of the thing. We get to go to space, and then we get to go. Oh, actually, you know what? I bet there's really cool stuff in space. Actually, what is your plan? Eustace might have a point.
They are
First
abducting
time.
us. That's what they're doing.
I'm checking on my planet. Actually, it's a partner of my planet nearby in your solar system. Is it in the solar system?
Yeah, it's very close by.
Yeah, I'm checking on a planet close by. It's not my work planet. Don't worry, I'm not taking you there.
That's totally cool. You could do that without us. You could drop us off right now, and I won't shoot you. That's it.
Kitch, do you continue to push the ship through the atmosphere?
Potato.
Oh yeah, the potato impacts Eustace and rolls to the floor.
Yeah, it just rolls to the ground. Yeah, and I'll tell my ship to create a shield, a radiation shield around the tall one.
Like a force field?
Yep.
Okay. The ship can either try to break atmosphere or create a radiation shield this turn. Which would you like it to do first?
Shield.
Okay, roll for that.
I mean, if Eustace shoots Kitch, I don't think it would also be bad because we can't fly this plane.
Who would pilot us?
3 success.
Okay, there is a hum as a green energy field erupts in a cylinder around Eustace.
The potato is within that shield.
It's actually just outside.
I can see the shield, right? It's not like it's
Yeah, it's not
invisible.
invisible.
Alright,
It's
yeah.
very visible.
Can I'm going to use a matter check, I guess, and see if I can't discern its composition so I can get around
It's
it.
not made of matter. You feel that it is made of energy of some kind.
Force.
I give Mackenzie a very stern look, like I'm orange you.
But it's okay. I mean, this is not great, but it's really cool. How did you do that? And please don't actually hurt my brother. He means well.
Oh yeah, it's fine. I can't get shot while navigating my ship off this planet. I need to concentrate so we all don't blow up. I still have some holes in this I haven't repaired. Hold up.
Okay, good point. Good point, Eustace. Point for Kitch.
Wasn't actually going to shoot her. I knew none of us know how to pilot this thing. She's dead, we're all dead. So
Eustace
try
sounds
to-
muffled through the force field.
Man, I could have used this in all my other adventures. Can I throw the potato into the force field to see what happens?
You throw the potato into the force field. The potato impacts against the force field and cracks in the energy. Hissing out is a purple gas which fills the cabin. Kitch and Mackenzie roll stamina plus resolve checks.
Oh, no. Oh. Well, I got two. Two against the potato.
One.
Kitch, you can take one action before you pass out.
Yeah. I'm going to make sure that the ship securely exits the atmosphere.
All right, roll a Dex piloting -2.
Zero. Can I spend willpower?
Yes, you can. But really,
How
you're
much?
supposed to do that before you roll.
Right. Is that 3 extra rolls?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. It's at least one. Okay, yeah, one.
The ship does not crash back down to Earth, but it does spin out of control as it burns through the atmosphere, and we will see exactly where it lands the next time we resume.
How you feeling, Trevor?
Could have been worse. Been saying it all along. I didn't want to be here.
What was wrong with that potato?
You'll never know. Nah, it's just like a thing that puts people to sleep.
Oh. I feel like my natural fate ability should have said that's a bad idea. It was too funny.
Well, you all get a point of experience, and I'm going to give Gabriel a second point of experience for the armed confrontation.
Thank you. I didn't want it to get that messy. But the dice, they claim the messiness. What can I do?
Yes, but you did put yourself into a situation where that could have happened. And so
That's
you
true.
have incurred one stain against your humanity. You
Yes.
should roll your remaining humanity to see whether you feel regret for your actions.
We're good. 3 successes.
Successes indicate regret as you understand that ripping someone's face off is wrong. It just happens sometimes when you're a vampire and you feel like you shouldn't put yourself in those situations.
All right. I feel bad.
Yeah.
My conscience.
You've definitely made an enemy today.
Good. So if I had no successes, I would have lost a dot in humanity.
Yes.
I'm so hungry now. Very hungry.
Luckily,
it's
there's
only-
all these blood beings here.
Sleepy.
Oh,
Lying down unconscious. So sleepy.
The room you're in is locked.
I'm pretty strong. We'll see. Yeah.
And yeah, I guess we'll see what happened to the ship as it tried to leave atmosphere next time.
Well,
Mm.
we'll see what happens.